Welcome everyone. Thank you very much for joining me today for this short yoga session to de-stress and have a lovely stretch. So let's start with some pranayama. Take a few minutes just to separate ourselves from the material world. Just come back into ourselves. So find a comfortable position. Seated with your legs out straight, legs gently crossed into Sukhasana. Whatever feels comfortable, blankets, cushions. Find a really comfortable position so we can just forget about our physical bodies for a while. So rest your hands gently on your legs or on the floor so you can relax your wrists and your fingers. So let's take a gentle breath in from the back of the throat to halfway down the lungs. Hold it there. And then as you push the breath out, start to relax your fingers and your wrists. And then again, we inhale, this time for the breath to the bottom of the lungs. Hold it for a second, and then as you exhale between the teeth, start to relax your shoulders and your spine. Another breath. This time the breath comes all the way down into the belly. Let the belly expand. As you blow the breath between the teeth in a sigh. Let your back relax. Let everything start to go soft. And we're going to return our breathing to its normal cadence, but we're going to focus on the breath. We're going to follow it. The inhale, the gentle exhale. Feel how the prana starts to calm your body. Everything softens. Your mind starts to slow from a run down to a walk. So keep the breath very soft, but very deep and fully circulating. Everything starts to relax. The body systems are becoming more in alignment. The rhythm of the breath is calming the mind. That luxury of the prana, soothing the body, allow it to happen. Just let go. For just a few minutes in this practice, let's forget the material world and just focus on self, on our deep connection to the core of our being. Give yourself this time. And then slowly, with your next inhale, let's just let the hands drop down to the sides. Bring your eye gaze forwards and just gently roll the shoulders. How relaxed can you let your shoulders become? The breath circulates through the shoulder girdle. Everything's soft. Let's bring our hands forwards, cross the wrists, push, stretch out the back of the shoulders. Take a breath in, take the hands behind, clasp the fingers, lift, just squeeze the upper arms together. And let's take the arms overhead with an inhale. Clasp the fingers, turn the palms upwards. Let's tip to the right, to the left, just gently, to the right, to the left. Then let's take the right hand down to the thigh, the left arm over. Let's look up, eye gaze towards the ceiling, and then come to the other side. Lovely. Just give the shoulders a little roll. Soften. Bring the hands forwards. And just gently walk out. Take a breath in. Push your chest slightly forwards. On the exhale, just relax down completely. Find your soft edge. Stop there. Lovely. Let's slowly come back up. Take the hands behind, fingertips pointing in towards the back. Let's stretch the back, shall we? Breath in from the pelvis. Feel your spine uncurling and stretching, pushing the chest up towards the sky, lifting the eye gaze. And gently let go. We're going to change feet. Then we're going to do the same thing again. So line up the heels. Just lift the sit bones so that you can shuffle down. Don't forget, the legs can go out straight if this isn't comfortable. So chest lifts, exhale. So feeling the stretch in the lower back and to the outside of the hips. Soften down. Keep that lovely flowing breath. Let it soften those areas of stress and tension. It's so lovely to do this. Let's take our hands behind. Lovely deep breath in. Soft but strong. Let's take the legs out to the front. Give them a little shake out. We're going to take the right foot, take it to the side of the hip. Just straighten up your sit bones. And then just walk forwards, feeling an intense stretch in the back of this straight leg. So nice to stretch, isn't it? This is making the body feel alive. Let's come up and flatten the foot to the mat. Wrap the left arm, lift the chest, turn, look over that right shoulder. Slowly back to center. Let's shake the legs. Left foot comes across. So flatten the foot if you can, next to the hip. Center up your sit bones and then just gently walk forwards. Let go. And then slowly come back up, foot flat. Let's wrap the arm. Take a lovely deep breath in. Lengthen the spine and then soften the neck and turn gently. Keep your chin tucked in. Take your time. Slowly back to center. Give your legs a shake out. So we're going to roll over into tabletop. So set it up nice and strong. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, and we're going to wag the tailbone from side to side. See how your spine feels. It's probably feeling a little bit tender because of the stress, but let's give it a lovely bit of work just to ease up that tension. Then let's come to cat and cow stretch. In your body's own cadence, feel your way into the movement. Allow the breath to flow from the back of the throat to the tailbone. So we've got two little sequences that I think are going to just give the muscles enough work to wake them up, but not enough to stress them out. So let's sit back into Balasana, child pose. So gently make your way down into this pose. Shuffle your hips down to your heels. Push your hands as far forward as you can. Drop your forehead down to the mat. So we're going to round the shoulders so they're coming down towards the mat. So you can feel that stretch across the back, the upper back. Take breath in. On the exhale, let's let go. Sink, sink, sink. So we're going to take a breath in. We're going to come up, arching the back. We're going to take a breath out, lower. Lengthen the legs and the feet. Going to take a breath in. Going to come up to cobra. So slowly make your way up, pushing the thighs in to the mat. Relaxing the shoulders, opening the chest. Inhale, lift the hips, push back to child pose. Exhale to sink. Inhale to roll up. Exhale to slowly lower. Elbows into ribs. Roll the points of the shoulders back as you lift. Exhale to push back. Okay, let's do it again. So take a lovely deep breath in. Sides of the ribs. Flatten the back. Lower. Yeah, that's lovely. Inhale. It's nice to see you doing this in your pajamas, by the way. Exhale, push back. I thought about it myself, but I thought better not. Inhale, lift. Exhale, let the air go. Lengthen the feet. Press into the tops of the toenails. Lift. Exhale, push back. Stay here. Just relax a little bit. We've got the air circulating. So we're going to tuck the toes. We're going to come to downward facing dog. So feet are hip width apart. Fingers spread on the mat. Take a breath in. On the exhale, push everything backwards. Your shoulders down towards the mat. Push your hips back. Walk the feet gently. So let's just wake up the backs of the legs. Wiggle your hips around. Get everything nice and soft. You can feel the prana circulating around the body, looking for where there's any areas it needs to heal, soften. Take a breath in, come to plank. Hold it here, draw the shoulders down, lengthen the back of the neck. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Don't forget the cobra is a snaky pose, so it's kind of a curl. Find your back bend, tuck your toes, push back to down dog. Push the air out as you push your heels down towards the mat. Take a breath in, roll to plank. Strong, powerful, and then lower. If you want to lower in one unit, that's fine. If you want to go knee, chest, chin, that's fine too. Lengthen the feet, lift. Can you feel that round of applause from your back? It's loving this. Push back, push all the air out, eye gaze to knees. Okay, let's take a breath in. Strength, surrender. Inhale, lift. We're going to do that one more. Exhale, push back to down dog. Inhale, roll to plank. Exhale, lower to the earth. And then from the tips of the toes to the back of the neck, feel that wonderful curl. Toes to down dog. Stay here. So this time we're going to hop the right foot outside of the hand. Don't forget, if you want to drop to your knees and bring your foot forward, that's absolutely fine. We are going to drop that back knee. We're going to lengthen the foot on the mat. Hands come to the outside of the foot. Take a breath in. We're going to straighten the leg in your mind's eye, drawing that hip back, pushing the chest forward, and then slowly, nose towards the knee. Inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, sink the hips, push the chest forwards. Oh, lovely. Feel that in the hips. Hips, such a big joint. Obviously difficult to stretch. Let's come back, straighten the leg. Just come down, knee towards nose. Inhale. Exhale. Lovely. Lovely. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, stretch. Soften down over the leg. Inhale, rise. Exhale. Just let your hips go. So we're going to tuck those back toes under at the back. We're going to push that foot back. We're going to come to downward facing dog. So push back into your heels, push your hips back. Then we're going to come to plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, scoop up. Exhale, push back. Lovely. So hold here, then left foot. Don't forget, drop to your knees if you find that more comfortable, or hop forwards. Drop the back knee. Lengthen the foot. Take the hand to the outside of the foot, straighten and take the knee, draw back. Stretch the leg. Drop the hips. Push the chest forwards. Lovely. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, tick down. Breath in. Drop the hips and then start to unfurl the back. Yeah, it's beautiful. Straighten one more time. Keep drawing that hip back in your mind's eye. Flatten the foot. Drop the hips. Unfurl the spine. Have the toes at the back. Let's step back to downward facing dog. Push back into the heels. And then we're going to roll to plank. Knees or toes, you choose. So I'm going to draw the shoulders back, lengthen the back of the neck, and let's just move the hips from side to side. Swivel the hips. Come off my mat. And then we're going to drop down, elbows, and we're going to lift one leg and hold. Lovely. Replace, other leg lifts, replace, knees, start pose. Just sink down, take a break, a little bit of recovery before we go on to our leg stretches. So let's roll the legs round to the front. Give them a shake out. Oh, feeling much better for having done a little bit of movement. So let's take the heels wide. Bring the right foot in. Just shuffle your sit bones around so you feel really comfortable. Right hand to the outside of the left leg. Take a breath in, take a breath out. Sink down. So take your time. Keep moving if you need to. Keep adjusting where you need to. It's not a static pose. pull your sit bone back, pull that hip back. Just see how you feel when you get into a really comfortable position. Then take a smooth breath in, and on the exhale, just allow yourself to sink. Keep letting go. It is a great way of practicing letting go. So just breathe. Where you feel that tension, be aware of it, but just try and ease into it. Then I'm going to take the right hand, I'm going to draw it all the way back, find it around the waist. Other arm turns, so the palm's up. Again, let's take a breath in, and then let's turn the head up towards the sky, opening this knee if you can. Just draw that top shoulder back as far as you can. Can you open the chest? Can you let the prana flow? Lovely. And let's slowly ease our way back up. Take the other heel wide. Just ease off that little bit of tension. And let's walk forwards. Breath in, elbows maybe onto the mat. If you find it more comfortable to take your fingertips and hook onto your toes, do that. And then let's try the other side. So left foot comes in. Press your sit bones. Make sure you feel kind of lined up. Left hand to the outside of the right leg. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. And just sink down over that leg. Doesn't matter where you go. As long as you feel a little bit of a stretch in the back of this leg and in the side of the back. Again, nose towards knee, if that feels comfortable. And let go. Just let go. So let's come up. Take your left hand, slowly bind. Turn the other hand upwards. Then let's take a breath in. Draw the chest up. Draw the shoulder back. Take the eye gaze up towards the sky. Now just open the chest, open the heart. Open your heart to the universe. And just feel that lovely connection. Nature is coming back to our world. Open the chest. Hello. And slowly come back up. Take the legs out to the front, give me a little shake out. So we're going to turn and lie on the mat. One leg lifts and comes straight. So relax your shoulders and your head back down. So what we're going to try and do is get length in this leg from the hip up to the heel. Take a lovely breath in, draw the prana down the leg, lift the leg, and then draw it gently in. Again, let go of the tension, let go. And then let's slowly bend the knee, hug the shin, draw the knee into the armpit. Just give it a really good hug. Let's circle the foot. Oh, it's a lovely stretch, isn't it? Hug that knee right in so you can feel a really big stretch in the glutes here. And then let it go. Let's try the other side. Lift. Take your time. So extend upwards. And then draw gently in. Bend the knee. Just hug it in. Circle the foot gently. So let's bring the other knee up. Hug them both into the chest. Just roll on your back gently. Circle. Just massage that lower back on the mat. Then cross your ankles, hands on the knees, and let's take that circling motion a little bit further. So just easing off that tension in the muscles. Let's come back the other way. Lovely. Just let your hips go completely soft. Then we're going to bring the soles of the feet together, down to the mat. Let your knees drop. Palms upwards. Shuffle around so you can really let your knees go. Take a lovely deep breath in. Can you draw the air right down into the hips? Let it circulate. And on the exhale, just let go. So let's have a few minutes of meditation to finish our session. Make sure you're warm, make sure you've had a drink, you feel completely comfortable, there's no drafts. Get your pillow if you want to. Wrap yourself up in your shawl. And just start to really relax on the mat. Shavasana, let your toes drop out to the sides. Let your hips become heavy. Let your shoulders open. Close your eyes. Let's take a fully circulating breath from the back of the throat. Draw it all the way down the spine, all the way down the legs to the feet. On the exhale, let your feet and your ankles relax. Draw the breath back in. On the exhale, what else can you soften? Your hips, your hands and wrists, your elbows. Let your breathing return to its normal cadence. But follow the breath as it goes through the body. Try and keep your mind inwards on self. On the inhale, find your connection to self. Find that core of your being. On the exhale, let it flood through every cell in the body. That knowledge of self. There is nothing to fear. There's nothing to worry us. Everything is okay. Let the mind calm. The breath as it ebbs and flows, the rhythm of our life. This is your rhythm. So let's take a fully circulating breath and start to bring movement back again through your hands and feet. And maybe draw your knees up to your chest. Again, massage the spine. Take your time, do whatever feels natural. And then slowly come up to a seated position. Let's take a lovely breath in. Exhale. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today.